35192 to send me a text. AlanCoxShow.com to watch Cavaliers basketball tonight, live in Philly. They're going to play the Sixers at 7:30 tonight, so 7 o'clock is when your pregame will begin. We will be, of course, at Boston Mills Brandywine tonight for the Polar Blast Battle. All of the details are waiting for you at WMMS.com if you want to come up and hang and join us. Mary's in town,
What up?
in the room, ready to take the hill, and then ready to twiddle her thumbs in the lodge, waiting for us to stop drinking and get back on the bus.
That's usually what it is.
I know. That's essentially what it turns into.
I'm a soda water, and I'm just watching everybody get drunk.
We make the rounds for a little bit. It's never like a real late night.
No,
we do the Polar Blast.
Usually, because by the time we're done with that, because we have a good time beforehand, too. So it's not like we just get there and start snow tubing right away. Like, we get there and hang out for an hour or so, have some pops then, and then by the time we're done snow tubing, everybody's like, yeah, that was a pretty good day.
Yep.
Pretty long day.
People can make the most of their evening after that. Alan, we had to... My cockapoo lived while I was 5 until I was 23. Is a cockapoo a dog or a bird?
A dog. Cocker spaniel and a poodle.
Ah, what am I thinking of? A cockatoo.
Cockatoo.
Like Beretta. Keep your eye on the sparrow. Anyone? And we had to put my cockapoo to sleep. So he lived a long time. 6 months later, our chocolate lab died after eating poisonous berries outside. Ironically, your chocolate lab could also die by eating chocolate. Or a lab. I bet if your chocolate lab ate a lab, like a laboratory, if you let your dog into a random laboratory and it just started eating everything in sight, I bet it could die that way too. You know, it's chowing down on the glass beakers, and then that just becomes shards, and then it just cuts his insides. Boy, that's no way to go.
There's a meme going around, or like a picture going around, and places that put down dogs, they have what they call goodbye kisses. And they give the dog a Hershey kiss so that a dog can try chocolate at least once before they pass away.
What if they don't like it?
They like it. It's sugary.
They like it.
They like it.
Who does?
Yeah, I don't understand that. Why do that? I mean, that's really putting our stuff onto a dog. I mean, it's
just like
letting a dog eat chocolate.
Because it's not going to make them sick because they're getting put down moments later. So they at least get to try chocolate.
But the implication there is that a dog will unequivocally love chocolate?
Yeah.
Boy, that's rude.
Why is that rude?
Just before it's going to die, when it doesn't know what the hell's going on, it's lying there. They probably
and then it gets chocolate, and they're like, "Oh, this is good," and then
they're cacked out,
and then they go to sleep.
But then they just go to sleep. Yeah.
But would you want something minutes before you were going to die? You would?
Yes.
What's something you've never had that you're okay? So, like Mary is allergic to shellfish. You're on your deathbed or your regular bed, but you're not long for this world, and somebody puts a little thing of lobster in your mouth. You don't care, like you're not
Actually, that might be nice.
But you're not fully at that point. You're like not fully lucid, are you?
Like if
you don't know what's going on. You just know somebody's putting some food in your mouth.
Like like the dogs they give the injection to, right? If I've got the needle in my arm.
Yeah.
And I get to eat some shrimp cocktail, and then I go out, that'd be kind of cool. Because I love shrimp, and I haven't had it in years. I haven't had it in like 10 years.
All right. Well, then maybe, because the best case scenario for anyone is that they die kind of on their own terms, or they die comfortable and surrounded by your family. And so maybe that should be something that people start maybe taking a cue from what Bill's describing with the pets. Is start integrating that into human deaths.
Well, if we could do euthanasia, that would help. If we could euthanize people rather than make them suffer.
Well, a lot of places can. Washington State and D.C. and Vermont. And
that's not a lot of places. That's 3 places.
No, but it's more than we used to have. I mean, it's...
Right, but it's not a lot of
euthanasia
places.
is like pot. The more places that do it, the more places will go, yeah, of course. The older the country gets, the more people... we're looking at an unprecedented wave of... old people in this country. I know it always seems like we're neck deep in the elderly, but And that's how that kind of stuff moves along, right? Pot legislation got popular when grandma started smoking for her cataracts 15 years ago. So I think euthanasia is going to get a lot more popular, too, over the next decade or so.
I disagree. Just
Really?
look at how hard it is to just keep rights that we already had.
But these are rights that old people care about.
Oh, I was going to say, they care about...
They don't care about gay rights. They want to choose when they go out.
And the culture doesn't care about old people. So they go, fine, whatever they want.
Do old people want this? I feel like there's a lot of old people that feel like, oh, no, they still have a lot of religious dogma attached to their belief system. So they go, well, I can't do that because that's not how it's naturally supposed to happen.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like that, but I think people's priorities
you can't
change.
have an embryo in Alabama anymore or whatever the hell's going on down there.
Yeah, that's the whole Christo-fascist thing going on. But I'm talking about.
But those people are they make a lot of rules because even though they don't have a majority, they have influence.
Yeah, I just think that people's priorities change the closer they get to death. And so you might see more. And plus, there's businesses involved. That moves the needle, too. When there's business interests, when there are people that are like, oh, we could make a lot of money legalizing euthanasia. Well, that's the way it's going to, huh?
How could you make money doing it?
Companies that make the machines that help you,
Suicide booths like on Futurama.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. At this point, you have to have a physician do it, but it's going to get to the point where you'll be able to buy something, the size of a suitcase, where you can hook it up to somebody. And
I don't think you can ever do that by yourself. That'll never be legal.
No, you'd have to have like a licensed person to do it.
Yeah.
Grandma's got that's how she wants to go out. She doesn't want to, like she said, when I feel like I've got nothing left to, like I can't live on my own anymore, I'm having trouble, I'm taking myself out.
Of course. At any
Sleeping
age,
pills,
people should have the option to do that.
She said, I'm not going to tell you how.
Oh, surprise.
Yeah.
It's going to be a mess.
No, it's not going to. No, she's not going to shoot herself.
I didn't say she was going to shoot herself. I just said it was going to be a mess.
Well, then.
Overdose on laxatives?
That's a way to do it, I guess.
On your couch while you're at work? You come home.
Oh, no.
Why would you be on my
I'm
she's
coming,
not gonna
Jesus.
tell you.
I'm coming, Jesus. Oh, there's going to be less of me. I'm going to weigh less when I get up there. Well, no, because a lot of those same people, they can't wait to get to their eternal reward. So you think that those people collectively would move more in the direction of being able to legally decide how they go out. But again, I'm just circling back to we should integrate that whole dog chocolate thing into people's last wills and testaments. Like in addition to here's what I want, here's the food I want minutes before I die. Or in the last...
But that's if you know you're going to die.
Well, I mean I don't mean like 30 seconds before they cack out. I mean like, the days and hours before someone dies. Like once my dad got into the hospital, he was gone in a week. So we kind of knew he wasn't coming back. And so you could do it that way. Hey, Melanie.
Hey, Alan. Hate the show.
Hey, thanks.
So this is a weird pivot, but I know tonight obviously is the Polar Blast Challenge. Good luck to all the teams.
Yep.
Welcome home, Mary.
Thank you.
I actually had an idea for redemption for the losing teams with regards to the one-chip challenge.
Okay.
So what if for whoever wins, they'll be the proctor of a trivia for 4 or 5 questions. Everyone who is the loser, it'll be based on their level of expertise. So like with Cody, it'll be the Divas, NBA with Bill, etc. And whoever wins that trivia during the one-chip challenge, because you have to answer the questions while your soul is on fire, whoever wins gets a out-of-punishment free card for the next Polar Blast.
How about if I play John Proctor and we do a show production of The Crucible?
No, because then I lose on that. Me and Cody, I mean, were there even black people in The Crucible?
I mean,
I know they're going after the women pretty hard.
Yeah, I was going to say they were, they were around then, if that's what you mean. Yeah. I don't know. That sounds very complicated. Is everybody else as confused as I am, or am I easily confused?
You're easily confused.
Oh, okay. Well, I knew that, but explain it to me again, Mary.
She's saying, so okay, let's say I win the Polar Blast punishment tonight, which is going to happen. The three of you have to do the one chip challenge, right? So you eat the Flamin' Hot one chip, but then I'm asking you trivia questions while you're eating the chip. So you're sweating and you're hot, and you have to answer trivia questions, and whoever gets the most right is the winner of next year's Polar Blast.
See, I understand.
Not necessarily the winner, but they
no.
don't have to do the punishment.
I don't think we do it that way. I think what we do.
Oh, you have a
like,
deferred victory kind of.
You
Right.
have like
But then-
Immunity.
I don't
Immunity.
I don't think anyone should get immunity for the next Polar Blast because then they have no. I don't know. I think what it should be is everybody eats their chip at the same time, and you can't have any milk or whatever it is to relieve the heat
So brutal.
until you answer a question correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I like that.
that like
there you
adds
go.
into
Because
it.
there will
Yeah.
come a time when we're not doing the Polar Blast anymore. So if you end up having immunity and it just so happens that next year we don't do it, then you got immunity blue balls, Melanie.
Well, there's no expiration date, though.
Oh.
So if it
Whatever
comes
the
back,
next
kind of
challenge
like how there's a
is.
break of COVID. Yeah.
Well, you might be onto something.
Just an idea.
Yeah. No, listen, I like ideas. I like a hard pivot. You know that about. Okay, thank you, Melanie.
Take care, guys.
All right. There's Melanie in Parma Heights. Not to be confused with Melanie from Parma. Hey, Robert.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on, man?
Hey, real quick, my dog died after 7 days of diarrhea for eating chocolate. It ain't no joke. But the reason I'm calling is because I'm really upset with you, Alan.
Yeah. Yeah, get in line,
you
Robert.
You keep playing my song on your show, and I ain't seen any royalty money yet.
What's
I'm
your
trying
song?
Well, you know it very well. You know who this is.
You know who this is. It's
and Bill was singing along to it the other day.
it's
You guys already
AC,
had
damn
in
it.
your head-
He's like, are you driving OJ? Is that what's going on? You know who this is.
No, but you know my song. Bill was singing along to it the other day, and every once in a while you play the clip, and you don't even play the whole thing. I worked hard on it. I
Pee-pee
copyright
song,
it.
the pee-pee
and
poo-poo song.
See, Mary does.
How does
I know
Mary
it.
know this?
You can't hear his
you
voice?
can't tell that.
No,
this
I
is
can't.
the
Yeah.
pee poo poo guy.
You know,
Pee-pee's what I like to do. Pee pee
No,
poo.
I hear
See,
4,000
that-
messages
see,
from
Bill
people
knows
every day.
it.
Yeah.
Pee-pee, what I like to do, what I like to do, pee-pee poo, pee-pee poo, poo-poo, I like to do too, poo-poo, pee-pee poo.
One at a time.
Pee-pee-poo-poo-poo. Oh, pee-pee's what I like to do. Pee-pee-poo, pee-pee-poo, poo-poo, I like to do too. Poo-poo, pee-pee-poo.
He's singing it
That's
as
me.
it's playing. Yeah.
This might not be on Alan. Have you registered the song with ASCAP? Because that's how you're going to get your
I did.
royalties.
I did.
And it
I'm a member of ASCAP,
it ta-
NPMI, NCSEC.
well,
you
then
register with ass hat.
you have to. Then it takes a while for those royalties to go through. So I would give it another 3 or 4 months, and then they'll start flooding in.
Yeah, I
want
think
my
so.
money now.
You're
I
gonna be
want-
getting
we
those.
don't do it
I
that
want
way,
my
money.
man.
Back
That's
pay.
not how the business do it.
I want my
Robert,
money.
you're going to be getting those sweet ass checks for 19 cents.
Yeah, you know, every bit helps. A penny saved is a penny earned, Mr. Cox.
Yeah.
Now, about a year ago, I called in, since you're talking about animals dying and stuff, my dog Twinkie, I shaved its back.
Yeah, I remember you,
And-
Doug Twinkie.
Yeah. It ain't no joke, man.
But for
All
the
right, well,
people,
you guys have
for
a
the
good
people who,
day.
Robert, before you go, for the people
I
who
got
don't,
better things. I got to go, man. Look, you guys, I don't have time for this. Bye.
I love Rob.
all right, thank you, Robert.
friend
I was
is
gonna, for the people who weren't hip to it, I was gonna have him quickly paraphrase the Twinkie story, but I forgot all about it. His dog Twinkie, he shaved the back. Oh my goodness. My sister's lab ate an entire bowl of foil-covered chocolate hearts.
Ooh.
Called the vet, said to keep an eye on him. He also ate an entire Nerf foam soccer ball. No ill effects from either. Yeah, these dogs that will eat anything. I'm so happy that our dog doesn't do that. She doesn't eat her crap. She doesn't eat random stuff in the house. She's not,
Yeah, my dog's pretty.
very happy about that.
My dog's pretty good about that. Unless she wants attention, then she'll pick up something knows she's not supposed to have and she doesn't chew it up or anything. She'll just hold it in her mouth and be like, "Oh, hey, look
Look what I
got this thing. You better pay attention to me now." And then she'll also do the thing where she likes to, if she finds a weird smell outside, she'll try and roll in it.
Mhm.
And she doesn't do that as much anymore. But when she was a puppy, she loved trying to roll in things. But I've kind of trained that out of her.
Hey, stop rolling in good smells.
Bad smells.
Stop rolling in bad smell.
usually-
Other dogs pee and stuff.
pee
Yeah.
and goose poop or whatever they can find out there.
Mark their territory,
Mm-hmm.
as it were.
I keep trying to tell you, I am that guy that you keep playing for the rejoin. Is that what you want to do? Think about it, Alan. You wants divorced and a broken man? I remember that moment as clear as day. My wife was leaving me, and I remember that, and I was drunk, and you give it to Political Dan or whoever the you give it to, that was my stuff. Is that what you want to do? Think about it, Alan. Who wants a divorced and broken man? I was thinking about getting divorced. Sorry, bro. Give credit where credit's due.
Well, first of all, it doesn't sound anything like that guy.
I
So
disagree.
This guy's so he wants credit for leaving me a drunken, angry voicemail. Political Joe is the guy that we call.
Yeah, we call him
That's
Political
the same
Joe.
guy. How does he
Maybe.
not know then? He goes Political Dan or whatever. If that's you, you know he was calling us all the time.
Well,
Now, if he
but
got
he
his-
never called himself Political Joe. We called him that. I don't think he ever said his name was Joe. I think we just.
No, he said his name was
Oh,
Joe.
did
I
he?
didn't make
Okay.
up Political
All right.
Joe. He goes, "This is Joe," and you know, that. He would call all the time. Now, if he got his life together, that's fantastic. That would explain why we don't hear drunken Political Joe calls anymore. But credit where credit is due. You want what is credit for a drunken, angry voicemail? I don't understand that. That didn't sound like the same guy to me.
I thought it did.
Huh.
I felt like it sounded pretty similar.
Because I have a Political Joe song somewhere.
But also, did you know it was Political Joe because of the phone number he called from?
No, it was just he goes, "This is Joe," and blah, blah, blah. You know, it was the same voice all the time, and he was just leaving us the same nonsense. And now this guy goes, "Hey, that was me," but if that was him, it would sound like him when he was faking being drunk, and it doesn't sound like him.
Hello, Alan Cox. I thought you heard that. Well, you know what? You're liberal pieces.
This guy sounds like he's 65 years old. That's not. I think the dude that called me to complain.
Doesn't make any sense.
How do you remember what you did when you were drunk, by the way, if you were doing it all the time?
Platform for your Democratic problem. What is the problem in the United States right now? The baby formula thing. And
That's not that guy. That's a different dude altogether. Anyway, but I do love the notion of please give me credit for my angry, drunken voicemails. Yes, there you go.
Maybe he is
Thank
a
you
drunk,
for that
and
call.
he thought that he was. Maybe he doesn't remember, but he thinks it. was
That's what
him,
I'm
Or
saying.
he called a different show.
Yeah,
and-
he doesn't know.
Yeah.
As far as this show goes,
Mm-hmm.
though, sir, that is stolen valor. I got a break. I'll have those Set It Off tickets for you if you dig that.